will go until it's done. Thumbs up. I'm really excited about this section because I added in a whole bunch of new questions to this language arts ELA section. So I'm hoping that you enjoy it. Just like the history and just like the science sections, this section is it's an equal section. Okay, so in this, there's going to be about multiple choice, about 18 questions. And team, we didn't mention this, but that works out to around, for each of these sections, 30% of your exam. So let's write that down. 30%. So the history section, multiple choice, is 30%. The science is another 30%. The language arts, the ELA section, is 30%, and the open response is how much? 10%. So this section that we're doing right now, how much more is it than the essay? How much more? It is 3 times the weight. Within these five, we can say like these are all fiction, but then we have subcategories. So for example, what is this? What's that? It's more of a what? It's not a folktale. Who's read Peter Rabbit? It's nothing wrong with that. It's more of a, it's kind of a picture book. It's sort of it's a children's literature book, right? And it does have a lot of pictures. So it could be considered a picture book from 100 years ago. Peter Rabbit would be a picture book from 100 years ago, sure. What about this one right here? What's that? Charlotte's Web. It's more of a novel, right? Chapters. It's novels. A lot of novels are fiction, not all, but many. Okay. Same thing with this one here, novel. This is, again, children's literature where there's a suspension of disbelief and there's an aspect of fantasy where you have to suspend your disbelief. Same thing with this one here, but this one's called modern fiction. What's modern fiction? It has fantasy. It has themes of good versus evil. Modern fiction has, and it also has the characters dealing with like not just fantasy elements, but also like and good and evil elements, but also has things like solving practical problems. Like Harry Potter, what is he also dealing with? Outside of, fighting off, witches and whatever's, he's also dealing with what? What realistic problems is he dealing with? He has issues like what? Parents, bullies, grades, girls, right? Isn't that all that drama also there? The teacher doesn't like me, going to detention. So it's got that element too. Modern fantasy. Okay. Let's think about this right here. Everyone take a moment and look at the difference between books and novels. Take 10 seconds. Look at these. Now, we could definitely put Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is a book, right? Yes. But Charlotte's Web is more of a novel. Or Harry Potter is more of a novel. They're longer, yes? More complex, yes? Okay. They can be fiction and they can be nonfiction. Anyone read Little House on the Prairie? Now notice it says novels, and there's a by. It has authors. Who are the authors? Rawls and Wilder, right? Ingalls Wilder. So what is it not? What is it not automatically? It's not a folktale. Thumbs up. All right, who's read this book? Who's read Little House on the Prairie? Who's read it? Or Where the Red Ferns Grows? Who has not read these? Who has not read these books? These two books here. You haven't got around to it. Should you read them? Well, you could take a minute and go online and just get the brief summary of them, or you could just remember that these books are memoirs. Can I get a yes? Give me a thumbs up. So now these become tier 3 terms for you, right? Give me a thumbs up.